Okay.
what they're allowed to get a sponsor for. And fundamentally, you can disagree with gambling, but at the same time, the amount of personal attacks and personal accountability that you tried to assign these different creators for doing this was, in my opinion, it was aggressive. It was very aggressive. And in doing that, you made them your enemy because at the end of the day, it's his stream. He's going to do what he wants in his stream.
Yep, this is in the Diddy Piker playbook on page 77. A classic case of Hasan Piker revisionist history. When enough time passes, you can just lie about everything and nobody will remember, right? And I guarantee you, in the next few years, if Hasan doesn't get arrested, or maybe from jail as well, Hasan will totally change his story about shocking Kaya again. He might even claim it's AI, because after a couple years, you wouldn't know if you weren't there, right? Now, luckily, we have the legendary series to document history, but brain dead Hasan fans will literally close their eyes and close any clips that, show them the truth.
You cannot cut the prongs off of a that man. That's what I'm saying. The cope is so hard with a lot of people on this.
Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of this.
And yeah, obviously, even I think gambling is pretty bad. That's a pretty common take. Personally, wouldn't take a sponsorship, but you can't be surprised people don't like you after you essentially said they are the worst people ever, completely morally bankrupt, and now you want to be friends with them, right? Now you're saying, wow, we're not all friends. Maybe because you said they're the worst people ever, dude. And the worst part is, they don't care about gambling. They don't care about this shit. They were just mad that XQC got a better deal than them. And his audience actually accepted it, right? Because Pokimane and Hasan could never take a gambling deal because they'd get canceled immediately by their audience, right? So it's not about morals, of which Pokimane and Hasan have nothing. They are just salty. They're salty. They're not more virtuous than XQC. They try to pretend, but they are much worse.
Hasan acting like he doesn't do that. See, this is what I mean. Buddy, this is the first time I have talked about anything that has been going on in the streaming space in like the last 5 months.
Right. Just keep in mind that whenever somebody asked him about clavicular and Hasan dropped like 7th level like lore about like clavicular's girlfriends and like previous people that he was in a club with, don't ever let him tell you that he's above this, okay? Like, he's sitting there watching reels of this shit. Like, I didn't even know this stuff.
Okay, we all know that Hasan is the biggest consumer of internet drama. Bro is locked the fuck in. He is tapped in, watching every single episode. He's what I call a closet slop viewer, right? We all know you're watching. Say hi to Hasan, everybody.
Exactly.
Every episode, right? Favorite channel.
Morpeg has made a dozen videos about you in the past few days. I love that guy. That guy is my favorite YouTuber, honestly.
But the thing is, he can't let his audience know or they will eat him alive. But you just know from the way he talks, and he seemingly knows about every situation regarding everything, from the slop tubers to niche internet drama. Somehow he's just caught up on everything, right? Moving on to Hasan continuing to crash out over the Pragmata situation. Basically, context, he pissed off all the gamers after calling them loser incels who eat hot Cheetos, who will never start a family, and he's just constantly trying to fight back here.
Yeah, I don't really care. My opinion of incel gamers, not like all gamers, I myself would identify as one as well, and people who enjoy video games broadly, I have no issue with, but my opinion of the very specific type of incel right-wing video game commentary people is lower than dirt. There is no opinion that I have lower than the opinion.
You find black transsexual men hot, so you can't call nobody an incel there, buddy.
I have of them. So who gives a fuck? Let them chirp. You know, they're already unbelievably sad. They live incredibly depressed lives. And
once again, you're one to talk. Live in a multi-million-dollar mansion. You're graying as fuck, and you're so miserable. It's crazy.
Single day is yet another opportunity for them to try and make others just as sad as they are.
Man, you are definitely mirroring your freaking emotions here, big time, Hasan. You really are. Like, holy shit. Does bro need a hug?
So, if that keeps him alive, keep it going, buddy. I'm glad that I've given you more life for one additional day. Take the gun out of your mouth, big dog. Outlaw gamers. That's what I say. Outlaw gamers.
Yeah,
Outlaw
interesting.
gamers.
Gamers totally care about what Hasan thinks.
Oh my
That's their
God.
top priority, of course. Of course, gamers live lower than dirt, depressed lives. Meanwhile, him.
How can I be okay? I
Right.
hate all of you. I hate woke. I hate the left. I hate the woke.
Also, getting very edgy, Hasan implies all gamers want to neck themselves because their lives suck. No, in fact, the matter is they're actually hopeful and thriving and starting families. Another case of Diddy Piker projection. Also, of course, LSF covering for him. Removed Hasan's viral take about lonely gamers. Out of context content. Oh my fucking
Right.
god, bro.
Out of
They
context
actually
content,
fell
my
for the
ass.
Hasan propaganda. Out of context! We literally saw the entire context like 50 times, bro. Right, so Asman responded.
All of these
How are you gonna find a way to get mad? Let's find out.
unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. If
What?
you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never
What year is this? Like, I mean, I knew Hasan was getting old, but this is really bad. I mean, this is like a comment that like a 60-year-old man would make. I mean, really, like, oh, you play them video games, you ain't know what a woman is. Not
Yeah.
like me.
Right.
This is like it's an unk take. It is. This is crazy. How are you not even 40 and you're doing this?
ever have sex with a woman,
There it
why
is.
do you care? Like, why do you care about having children?
Well, technically, Hasan, have you ever had sex with a woman? And I don't. And a tranny does not count. Trannies and 15-year-olds do not count. Just
Or
FYI.
like riding for having children? Like, if they change
Well, because maybe they want to. Like, I don't know. I feel like doesn't that make sense though, right? I mean, like,
hot Cheetos, if they change the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they change the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you fucking freaked out about
well, speaking of that,
They change the recipe of that shit all the
if you
time.
look at these hot Cheetos, you see, the bag, it used to have $1, like the $1 printed on the side here. And remember that? You
I
go
remember
you
that.
go to 7-Eleven,
I remember
you
that.
go to Quick Trip, and you see the $1 printed right there on there. Where is it? Where's the $1? Oh, that's right. It's not on there anymore because it's 3.
Yeah, I was
No
saying, like,
way
that shit's
bro
like
pulled
$3
out the
now.
hot Cheetos. He had that ready. Also, what the fuck is that packaging, right? That looks so ugly. I remember it was like this flaming orange packet. Am I that old? Oh my god, bro.
I'm
I think
older
the
than you,
last
buddy.
time I had Cheetos was like 7 years ago. Luckily, I don't eat dog shit, poison ass food anymore. That is basically mega corporations trying to shovel trash down your gullet, right? So neither should you. Don't eat this trash, right? You feel a billion times better eating actual whole foods. But yeah. At least Asman can take a joke, right? And make things lighthearted. Hasan is always so miserable.
Hasan
I
cannot
actually
take it.
do worry for him. Like at the old age of Hasan, this shit can, the stress level can really affect your health. So then Asman realizes that this entire rant about gamers is actually just about him.
like that's precisely what your life is about.
Yeah.
But as far as like
Just like he's talking about me, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this entire rant is just a proxy rant about me. He's thinking about me. He's talking about me. It's entirely about me.
Yeah, he wants your nuts.
So
in
just
his
keep all
mouth.
that in mind, okay, guys? It's very important not to forget.
LARPing about starting families and whatnot,
Right.
this is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe there's people that want to start a family. They feel like they can't for just, like any reason. Who knows?
Yup, I mean, I pointed this out as well, that he was basically talking about Asman Gold's audience, right? He wanted to talk about gamers because that's what he perceives Asman's fan base as, right? And I think we really need to apply this filter more. Anytime Hasan is ranting about anything, you gotta realize that it's probably in some way directly related to Asmongold, right? It's either
Probably,
him
yes.
directly mentioning his name, or it's by proxy, by saying gamers or incels or insert some other fucking buzzword.
Yep.
It's just tragic, man. Your one true love, you cannot have him. It must hurt a lot. The copium
It
goes
must hurt a
crazy.
lot.
Pure responded to only one shock this guy. Huh? Well, I wouldn't want this guy to have a kid. I mean, can you imagine the values he would teach this kid? Committing crimes is okay as long as you steal from the rich people. Committing murder is okay as long as
You
you
get cheap bombs
assassinate
from China.
wealthy CEOs. Lying is OP. Old enough to count. Old enough to... Okay, we need to stop. We need to stop. His kid would probably have a shock collar. True. If Hasan had children, they would be in the background 24/7, afraid of their own father every time he raised his voice. Yeah, they would be put in the background of his stream. If they dared to move, they'd get shocked, right? Literally just a replacement for Kaya. Hasan fatigue. Now click this video to save society one video at a time with the Legendary series. Okay.
There you guys go. Go check out more Pegasus. Great video like always. And, make sure you guys go check out w.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. Catch me for the next one, guys. Later.